That it is okay to speak about these things. You don't have to keep being scared. You don't have to keep being in the closet in the dark, feeling like, you know what, the world doesn't want to hear me out, or no one wants to talk to me. And you know, that's for the people who are going through it. The people who are not going through it, we need to understand that if they can't speak up for themselves, we need to speak for them. We need to stand for them, because sometimes you need to be able to pull someone up for them to get up. You know what I mean? Someone may be stuck in a position, you know, extend your hand, help them get up. And what I mean by that is, if they're not talking about what they're going through and you understand that someone's going through abuse, speak up. You know, you don't want to later on attend someone's funeral and then say, oh, I wish I had spoken up or helped this person, when you knew what they were going through. So be it a man or a woman, you're going through something, speak up, because your life matters. And by you speaking up, you're saving another life. You know, it's just, you just have to understand the importance of, like, you have to, it's just speak up. Because here's the thing, you don't speak up, you get hurt, it's on you. And then you speak up and people say stuff, let them say what they have said, but at that time you've already received the help that you need. And I feel like, you know, the churches, our homes and stuff like that, we need to talk more about these stuff and bring it, awareness to it, and spread it. We need to be able to educate each other, educate our children, educate, you know, it doesn't matter, young or old, we need to bring this up and educate one another, and bring it out there, just so that people know that, you know, this is what you do when you're stuck in this abusive relationship or in this abusive family. Don't think that it's something that is okay or something that is supposed to happen. You're not supposed to get abused. You're not supposed to live in fear. You're not supposed to live in pain, and it's not okay. And you know, the sad thing is, a lot of people don't understand that it's not okay. Like, for example, there are women who are in abusive relationships. You know, they get beat by a man, and then, you know, the man will buy them a gift, a car, whatever the case is. Then they think, oh, well, you know, he's sorry, it's not going to happen again, he loves me. You have to understand, if a person puts their hands on you once, that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be 5 times. It doesn't have to be 6 trips to the emergency room for you to understand that what they're doing is not okay. They do it one time. That is all that you need for you to be able to walk away. So most definitely awareness and education in regards to this topic. That's what we need.
Yeah, and then as women, most of the time we find ourselves judging more women who go through that phase of domestic, you know. It's like when somebody, this is the reason why it's somehow hard for other people to come and talk to someone else, because as a woman, if I come to you and I tell you this and this is what I'm going through, and I trust you, right? I trust you. But to some extent we find out that it's the same women that you go run to are the ones that are spreading everything. They're telling the whole world, like, oh, so yeah, she came to me and she told me that this and this and this is what happening, so I don't know, like, you know, you can like switch the story or add your own. You know how we women are, we are good at adding stuff. So yeah, and then with someone who has had that experience of, like, if I tell someone this, they're gonna switch the story. Like, how do we uplift each other as women? How do we like break that cycle of like, don't go spread when someone come and tell you something, rather than find help? How can we, like, you know, build that strong relationship as women? Like, it's okay for you to support another girl and don't feel like it's a competition, or don't feel like it's an opportunity for you to bring them down. Like, how can we build that relationship?
Honestly, my best advice, because you know, you can tell people what the right thing is or what you feel is right, but at the end of the day, it's up to them to decide if, you know, they will follow it or not. But my best advice is, as a woman, you have to understand what goes around comes around. There's a creator and he does not sleep. I don't mean to make this about, any religion or to be religious, but it's just a fact. What goes around comes back around. If another woman comes up to you and says, hey, I'm going through this, and you feel like it's okay to laugh or talk about them behind their back or make them feel like, they're less than what they are because of what they're going through or the situations that they're in, you have to understand, as a woman, you're going to have kids one day, be it a girl or a boy. You would not want them to go through the same thing that this other lady is going through. Or if you have a sister, domestic violence can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter your age. It has no respect of your age or, your status. It can happen to anyone, even the richest person. You just have to understand to put yourself in another woman's shoes and understand that even if you don't get abused, something bad could happen to you one day, and you would like your fellow woman to be there for you and stick up for you and just hold your hand to let you know that it's okay. So just understand that, just the fact that someone has the courage to come in and tell you something so sensitive and something, so I don't even know how to put it in words, but it takes a lot of courage for someone to come and speak out on something like that, because most of the time they feel like no one's gonna believe them. So honestly, put yourself in the person's shoes and try your best to help them. Putting someone down doesn't take you anywhere. It does nothing for you. That's honestly just my best advice, and I hope that a lot of people will take that from me.
Okay. And then one last question is, where can someone find help, or where can someone seek help if they find themselves in that situation? Like, it's time, I am tired, I need to speak out. Where can that person find those information to seek for help?
I don't have a direct number, but I can tell you this is 2020, internet. We have phones. You can Google and search for help. There are phone numbers, of course, 911. You can run to the church. You can run to someone that you trust. But honestly, there's help everywhere. You just have to be willing to go out and seek the help. But for the most part, I would say if you are going through, any abusive relationship, even if it's not physical, even if it's just words or someone threatening you or putting making it seem like your life is in danger, you can always go and research and find numbers. There are people that are working 24/7 to talk to you, give you advice, or help you find the help that you need, basically to seek help.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Of course,
it was those 10 questions, you nailed them. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in with us today, Talking with Ness. Today we're covering the topic of our domestic violence. I hope this session kind of gave you a brief idea of what domestic violence is and how you can seek for help. Like she said, it's 2020. You can find help everywhere. You can find help on the internet. If you go to your doctor's office, you can ask for help. You can ask them to give you the number that you can talk to someone, or you can find a counselor that you can talk to, or you can actually go to the hospital or to the police station yourself. Yes. Or you can just dial 911 and just explain to them that you are going through this. One thing is this: if you're going through an abusive relationship, you are being abused, you're going through domestic violence right now, it's okay to speak out, because if something happens, you end up dead or dying, whoever your partner is, they'll move on, they'll get married to someone else. I'm just gonna say this is true. They'll move on and get married to someone else, or being in a relationship with another person while you dead. You just gone, and then your family will never replace you. This is one thing people don't understand. Your family will never replace you. That person will replace you, but your family will never replace you. There will never be another you in your family. So if you I'm gonna stick in this relationship because I have kids with this man, let me tell you, your kids will grow up. Your kids will grow up, regardless of what. Your kids will grow up, but you are the one who's suffering inside. You have to seek for your peace first. You have to seek for your happiness. If you're with someone who doesn't make you happy, then you have to move out. You have to move on, because being in an abusive relationship doesn't help anything. As women, we intend to tolerate so many things just because of society, just because of religion, just because of, I don't want people to judge me. Okay, you can judge me, but I'm at peace. You know what I mean? That judge me, but I'm at peace. It's between me and God. God knew my heart and what was going on, which is, I'm totally fine with that. So ladies out there, even men that are going through domestic violence, who are being abused or anything like that, it's okay to speak out. Don't let anyone tell you it's not okay to speak out. Don't let society tell you otherwise. It's okay to speak out. It's okay to seek for help. It's okay to go out there, get out of your box and speak and seek for help and talk to someone who you trust. Talk to someone who you like. If I tell this person this, they won't turn it around me, they won't judge me. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in with us. See you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and then hit the bell for future updates. Bye.